Hey, how you doing, man?
All right, and you, man. Where you from?
I'm from Ghana. Where you from, brother, man?
Ghana.
Yes, man. Yeah, yeah, my brother.
I'm from South Africa.
Oh, you're from South Africa? Okay, okay. But are you in South Africa right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good, good, good. Where? Jayburg, Cape Town, or
Durban, brother.
Soweto? Where? Jayburg?
Durban.
Oh, Dublin. You're in Dublin.
Durban. Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. So are you the king of Amapiano?
No. I'm the king of my house, bro.
Yo, bro. Yo, South Africa, you are killing it with you're killing it with the Amapiano sound, bro.
Yeah, bro. We're also killing it for Palestine, bro.
Whoo, whoo. That's another topic. Let's talk
Free
about it.
Palestine, brother. Free Palestine.
Talk about it.
We know. We from Africa, bro. We know what it's all about. When the people come to take us our lands, take our things. Free Palestine, bro. We stand for the oppressors. You must go.
South Africa, of course, is known for the history of what happened with apartheid and the taking of lands, and we all know the history
Yes.
of South Africa. How do you relate with what's going on in Gaza right now?
It's like what South Africa went through. It was like, how can I say? South Africa went through it with people that understood a little bit better than what's happening with the Zionist people. Do you understand? Because to the Zionist, for them, every single person that isn't a Zionist is like a piece of dirt. You can just flick it away. It doesn't matter. There's no love for them. There's not even a piece of humanity for them. Do you understand?
Now, these guys take notes.
So, for example, when the apartheid happened in South Africa, a lot of people passed away. A lot of people went through a lot of things, right?
True.
I don't want to go too deep into it, but it was scary,
Yeah.
right? And I
Yes.
can't talk too much about it because I mean, I know from stories relayed to me from my grandparents. You know, you couldn't sit here, you couldn't walk there. Every time you had to go past a toll, you had to show your book. You know, they call it a book, your book, so you know to see.
Yeah.
But even though that happened, we now got freedom because the people stood up, the world stood up with us. And
Yeah.
the unfortunate thing is it wasn't the British that stood for us because they were the apartheid guys, right?
That's right. That's right.
It
Guys, take
wasn't the
notes.
Americans that stood with us because they regarded the Mandela as a terrorist,
That's right.
right?
That's
It
right.
wasn't Germany that stood with us because they were racist as hell. Anyway, right? So
Speak, brother.
every
Guys, take
single
notes.
European country
Yeah.
looked at us as though what was happening to us was our own fault. As though we went in the back and we colored our skins black. Huh? As though we had something to do with our color. And that's what they looked at us. They said, you know what? Take the land, take the beaches, take everything because they needed a new holiday resort. They understood Africa is rich with gold, rich with diamonds. How can the blacks and the Indians or whatever, the black people of Africa have control of such resources? If they truly knew what they were walking on, they could rule the world.
I gotta see. Listen, I gotta sip my pumpkin spice latte coffee, bro. This is, this is knowledge.
100%.
Welcome to my podcast, bro. Because as you're talking, they're watching.
Yeah. All right.
This is that Africa talk. This is that king talk. This is that king
Yeah.
talk. Okay, kings and
100%.
queens.
100%. Kings
Kings
and
and
queens.
queens. Take notes,
100%.
kings and queens. Go ahead, my brother.
Do you
Wow.
know almost every African country in Africa is still paying back, money to their own captures?
Facts.
Do you know that? It's like somebody
Facts.
coming and taking you away from your house, hiding you, and then say, see, I'm gonna let you go, but it took time. The time it took me to plan to steal you and all, I need pay me back. What are you saying, bro?
Facts.
You understand? And what I
Facts.
don't understand about the Africans, and I'm African. Say what you want to say. I was born here. My grandfather was born here. So whether you like it or not, I'm African, bro. Right?
That's right. Let's go. Let's go.
What the
Let's
people
go.
don't understand is that we have made our idols the same people that are willing to treat us like dirt. You know?
Hey, we gotta keep on going. We
Yeah,
gotta keep
bro.
on going. As we have this king talk to the
Yeah.
kings and
So
queens in the building. Are you
where you
guys
wanna
taking
go?
notes? Vote TV family, are you taking notes? Now, this is someone that I can sit back and listen to.
So what I'm saying, guys, is that
Our brother from
we
South Africa. Go ahead. Go ahead.
need to wake up because we think, we assume that the first world countries are on our side. Do you understand? We think, oh, you know what? They're sending aid, but one day the same people that planted AIDS. Hold on. Oh, wait. Hold on here, bro.
Hey.
Huh?
Yo, can you break
Is it
down
not
that?
true?
Listen,
Is it not
wait,
true,
brother.
bro?
I gotta break. Listen, we gotta break that sentence down the way you said it. The same people who are giving us aid are the same people who planted AIDS in
100%.
Africa, bro. Whoa.
100%, bro.
Hey, kings and queens, pay attention.
1,000%. Are you not cheap? Let's look at it. Let me give you another example, right?
Go ahead.
How come every single country that was occupied by a first world country don't own their own resources? You don't own your own gold. You don't own your own mines. You don't own nothing in your country. What do you own? Do you think that your government is the one that's making decisions? You're playing with yourself, my bro. You're playing with yourself. You think the houses, the cars, the watches, and everything is coming from the country? Of course not. It's called, you know, when you have to plant a CEO for the sake of the people, they are just planted in your country for the sake of the people to be happy. Oh, there's a black man running my country.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
So
That's right.
we need to wake up to these lies. We can't, how long are we going to stay and say, oh, hold on. No, things are getting better in Africa. No, they're not, my brother. Until we don't stand up for what is right and understand, we're just part of the system. We're just going to be
We are
sheep.
part of the system. That's right.
We're going to be sheep. The same sheep that thinks every day is going to eat the green grass, the next day he's eaten on a dinner table, bro. What's the difference?
Hey. This is what I value. This is what I treasure. Knowledge. The kind of conversations that you people, and you see, even like TikTok, the way TikTok is built, the way it's built, they don't want us to share this kind of knowledge.
No, of course not, bro. You know, yesterday I was having a conversation with an Indian guy. And I say Indian because of my culture, of where my fathers come from.
That's right.
And he said, I stand with Israel. I was like, and I said, and I stand with the British people. I said, wasn't the same people that came into your country and you couldn't walk for a kilometer where you couldn't find children hanging by the trees dead? By who? By the colonizers. Now you want to hold hand with the same man that killed your own race? You want to hold hands with the same man that killed your own race? But then he tells me, you know what? In my culture, in my religion. I said, what religion are you, my bro? He said, I'm Christian. He said, Christ said, you must love them all. I said, if Christ said, you must love them all, then why is Christ coming back to send back the bad people? Where do you think the bad people is going to? Christ was not, I believe in Jesus Christ. Don't make Jesus Christ a weak person. He was a strong person. He's not a man that's going to take bad. You think he's just going to stand there and we make the people, our gods, whether it's Allah, whoever it is, we make our God look like they are weak.
Oh my
And then we
God.
make our celebrities we think our celebrities are strong, but they are paid by someone to say what they want to say. They're puppets, bro. They're puppets.
King talk. Let's
They're
go.
puppets. You know, let me tell you
Talk.
something. Bill
Talk
Gates.
to listen. Talk to them, African King. Talk to them. Man, I'm
Bill
enjoying
Gates.
every bit of this conversation. Go ahead, my brother.
When it came to COVID, right? And fortunately for me, I thank God that I never take what they told us to take, which is the vaccine, right? And I said, okay, fine. I need to understand this because when I was doing research on Bill Gates spoke about a virus coming years ago.
True.
And he said that the only way this virus is, we're going to have to do this and whatever the story is. And it so happened exactly as how he spoke about it. He's not a doctor. He never studied shit. He never spent a day. The whole Microsoft was actually stolen. It wasn't even his idea to start off with. If you want, Google that instead of Googling why your fart smells. Instead of
Whoa!
Googling why your fart smells, start Googling about why the hell our countries are going down. You know, we Google stupid shit. The time nowadays where God has given us the ability to search for anything in the world.
Information.
Information is the most, but we are creating the most dumbest generation. It's impossible to understand, but the truth is, that's what they want. That is exactly what they want. Imagine, you know, those days, our mothers had to go outside and start the fire and all of that day to cook the food, right? They wanted
That's
to make
right.
a simple toast. It took 10 minutes to start the fire in order to toast the bread.
That's right.
Right? If you
That's
wanted
right.
to go, your cars were slower. Your cars couldn't reach 200 kilometers per hour before. 100
That's
kilometers
right.
per hour, and that's like maximum.
Right.
But we had time. How come we have all the devices to give us more time, but there's no time? Wake up. You understand?
It's so interesting that someone has just come on this podcast and is telling the audience exactly what I talk about here every day. I was actually having this conversation before I even picked you up.
Yeah,
So,
bro.
so it's good for me to actually lean back and let God validate what I talk about on this platform all the time. This is pure knowledge.
You
The
know, come
power.
and tell you
Yeah, go
something.
ahead.
I'm a Muslim. I'm a Muslim. Right?
Yes.
And
That's right.
every single time from 9/11, we were regarded as
Yes.
terrorists. Not before that,
That's right.
because before that, they had a war with
Facts.
Russia. So it was a
Facts.
Russian. You know, they changed
After
it, right? They changed it, now, right?
after 9/11 have changed everything. That's
Yeah.
right.
It's
Yeah.
like playing a game. You know, when you play a game on Call of Duty, choose your opinion, your opponent. That's what they did, right? And because they own
Yes.
the media, they can say whatever they want to say, and everyone will believe it. Because if you have to do research, how come on 9/11,
Yes.
4,000 Jews never go to work? Oh, hold on. What are you talking about, Zach? I'm talking the truth.
Zach, do that talk.
How
King
come?
talk.
How come on 9/11, when they spoke about the plane going into the towers, how come it fell from the bottom?
I'm
How
actually,
come?
I'm actually, I'm actually watching the crowd's reaction. I'm actually waiting for my, like on my side, I'm waiting for their reaction because they are here just listening.
That's
Do
fine.
that talk.
But how come
The-
it fell? And how come everything got burnt, but they found a passport? From the top, the passport fell. Everything got burnt, but they found the passport and they said, oh, we know the person. And how come they said it was Al Qaeda in Afghanistan, but they bombed Iraq? How come? Imagine, they switched. They were like, it's Al Qaeda, it's Osama bin Laden's family, but we're going to bomb Iraq. You killed over 1 million, if not 2 million people in Iraq, not for the 9/11. You see, people have to understand, in order for the world to believe what you are doing is right, you have to create a catastrophe. Without the show, without the tickets, there's no show. The ticket is always something happening in your country where you can give the show and say, hey, see, we're defending ourselves.
Without the ticket, there is no show. God damn. And by the way, allow me to invoke one statement.
Yes, my brother.
The fact that even after they attacked Iraq and they killed Saddam Hussein and they caused all the atrocities, they came back and said, "Oh, oops, we never found any weapons of mass destruction." That's right.
No.
That's right.
But they won't talk about the $3 trillion of gold they stole.
That's
Don't
oil.
talk about that, bro, you know?
The oil. The oil. The oil.
Let's not talk about the gold and the biggest diamond in the world that was found in South Africa that's on the knob of the Queen's stick. Oh, no, we won't talk about that there. Hold on. No. You know what I'm going to say?
That's right.
How come when Israel want to defend themselves, they called defenders? But when Palestinians want to defend themselves, they call terrorists. Hacha! Wake up! Wake up! Huh? You understand? Come on, I got something for you, right? What do you call a person that fights fire?
A firefighter.
That means he fights the fire, right?
That's right.
What do you call a person that fights the storms? A storm fighter. He fights the storm. Right.
That's right.
What do you call a person that fights freedom?
A terrorist.
A freedom fighter.
That's right. I was about to. Are you gonna say that?
A freedom fighter.
Someone like now, for example, like even like the way we had all these because Africa was a colonized continent. So like in Kenya we had the Mau Mau, we call them freedom fighters.
100%.
Whatever, that's the term that we actually learned in class. It was a freedom fighter. Okay. But I know Zach, there's a point Zach is driving at. Go ahead. Because now it's in correlation to what's happening in Palestine, Gaza, Israel. Go ahead.
I want you all to understand something. And this is a message to all my Christian brothers. To all my Christian brothers and sisters that are listening, I want to talk to you all.
That's right.
If you stand with Palestine, you stand with Israel, please know, your Jesus never come from Israel. He came from Bethlehem. And Bethlehem in the Bible is in Gaza. Is in Palestine. Do you understand? Now, I want you to do me a favor, my black brothers and my Indian brothers. Go to Israel and see how the people you're standing up for will treat you. We're so used to standing up with our colonizers that we forget they still hate us.
I can tell that this conversation has actually already invited more members.
100%, bro. This is a true talk.
And I want to say this. What is being shared here, this is King Talk. God's favorite is, let me actually read this comment from my side. It's true. Jesus was born in Bethlehem, a city in Palestine.
Yeah.
And there's one thing I've been challenging people here. Listen, I'm from my people. This is the only platform where I've been talking about what's happening in Gaza every day, raising awareness. Because folks, because folks are afraid to talk about it. People don't want to talk about it. They don't address the truth. And of course, because it is TikTok, they are more focused on stupidity and
entertainment
topics.
This
entertainment.
You know why? I always told people. This is a shocking one for you guys. When the time Rome was dying, that was the time there were the most people in the Colosseums. The gladiators were celebrities of the world.
That's right.
So when Rome was dying, there was more entertainment. And let me tell you something, the world is dying, and that's why there's endless entertainment. So if you want to wake up and understand that if you support Israel as a Christian, then understand something. If you really believe that you love Jesus Christ, or Isa as we Muslims people call him, then let me ask you a question. Who were the people that killed him?
It's going to be a long night I'm not. Listen, this conversation is gonna keep on. Is gonna keep on going, King. Now, wait.
Were the people that killed him? Was it the Muslims that killed him? Nope. Because let me tell you something.
Zach, my King brother man.
Yeah,
Listen.
yeah.
Can you ask that question? I want people here to be proactive in this discussion. There's a question that Zach is asking. Go ahead, Zach.
Jesus, Isa, peace be upon him, the most beautiful person, Jesus Christ. But you'll call him, it wasn't even his name, but we'll say Jesus Christ because he only became Christ after he was on the cross. So he never called himself Christ to start off with there. Let's start there, right? Because Jesus was not a Christian. No, in the Bible says you're Christians, right? Unless I'm wrong.
Go ahead. Listen, the thing is, this conversation, this is like one of the, this conversation, Zach, this is a conversation where I just lean back and I let another king take the stage and do the talk, and you guys are going to have to react.
No worry. Jesus died by the hands of the Jews. By the hands of the Jews. The Romans were Jews at that time. Everyone before Jesus were Jews.
Pause. Exactly. So people already were answering the question. They said, yes, Jesus was killed by the Romans, and the Romans were what? The Romans were Jews.
100%. Right.
Okay. Listen, are you guys following this conversation? And now, because fortunately, I'll keep on saying, because we're living in the world of technology, and we got things like ChatGPT and Google Bird, where we can fact check any information. Allow me to say this.
Please.
What Zach has said about Bethlehem is accurate. Let me actually give you the full statement. Yes, Bethlehem is a city located in the West Bank, which is part of the Palestinian territories.
Now let me tell you something about what God said in the Quran about Jesus.
Wait, Zach. Actually, let me actually. Did you get that part?
I'm getting there, Aziz. I'm getting there.
Then the statement continues about Bethlehem. It is historically and religiously significant, especially for Christians, as it is traditionally believed to be the birthplace of Jesus Christ.
You see? Now all of a sudden, every Christian, we are Zionists, we stand with the Zionists. But Zionism was only created in the 1940s. Where's that in your Bible, bro?
1948, to be accurate.
Maybe a little bit more earlier, but it was an idea that was created before 1948. It had to be an idea.
That's right. The idea
was implemented in 1948.
1948, that's right.
And what? Let me tell you something. There's no Jew, is a Zionist Jew, that is going to stand for Christian, because in their mind is that any person that approves, listen, do you understand? Let me make you understand something. Let me take you back a bit, guys, because we talk like we know too much. Because when a pastor talks about 2 verses in the Bible, we stand up like we know the whole Bible. Wake up. Understand? Even the Muslims, when you listen to 1-2 verses of the Quran, it's like you know the whole Quran. No. Wake up. There's a whole book. God never sent verses. God sent you a book. Read the book and understand the book, and then live the book. Don't take that book and then make it up. Oh no, I know. What you know about the Bible? No, you know what I know? When man slapped Jesus, Jesus said slap the other side. Okay, that's the only thing you know about your Jesus, bro. Do you not know about the same Jesus that stood and said that anyone that is against me, you want to talk about that side? Okay, let's not go there. You know, it's too deep for us. You know?
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead, bro. Like I say, like today is the day. And by the way, like I said, Nemo, remember that our goal today is 100 cups of pumpkin spice latte. That's what I want to get.
100 cups, bro.
100 cups, bro. With this kind of conversation, I need that coffee to hit my system. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Right. Go ahead.
Let's go.
Go ahead, King.
So I'm gonna remove myself and talk, right? Just because I'm gonna do That's not right in anyone's religion, but I do it because
Okay.
I'm a weak man.
Okay. 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 Thank you
As
for
I
the
was saying,
respect.
we want to stand with the Jews. But did you know that the Jews believe that Jesus, the person that came, that we, the Muslims, call Isa, and the Christians call Jesus, was not, they believe that he was a impostor.
Bro.
So the Jews regard the Christians as idol worshippers. So do you really think that the Zionist Jews are going to stand with you when they are bombing churches in Israel? You are nothing to them. You are nothing to them. You just want to stand for Israel because the Bible said Israel. What the Bible said about Israel, we don't know. But the Bible said Israel, we must jump for people in Israel. Wake up. The Bible was given down to, you all know the year. What's the year today? What's today's year? 2024. So the Bible was given about 2,300 years ago. 2,300 years ago, when God was talking about Moses, what did he speak about Moses in the Bible? Did he not say that Moses split the sea, and after that he went with the Israelites and he told them, wait here, I'm going to get the I'm going to speak to God. And when he came back, were they not worshipping a gold cow? And God said that they will forever be a cursed nation. Yes or no? Is that the same Israel you're standing for?
Woo! Hey guys, listen, all I'm getting today is pumpkin spice lattes. Drop a lot of them. He's asking you a question. I don't want to answer. I want you to be proactive in this conversation.
And then what did God say about the people about Israel? Remember, the people of, was it not the same people? And this, I want to go not too deep into it. Was it not that the same crusaders that were killing the Jews and killing the Christians in their own city of Palestine? Was it not Salahuddin that came and then said, guys, no more killing, no more this, and he saved the people from their own people? And from that day onwards, there was peace in Palestine, where Christians, Jews, and Muslims lived for centuries together as neighbors. But then when the Zionist Israelis came, where the same people, let me tell you something, guys, when they came in 1948, Britain didn't want them, Germany didn't want them, no country wanted them. Britain went and took these people that were getting massacred by the Nazis and threw them in Palestine and told them, this is your land, promised to you by God, also that they couldn't come into their own land.
Whoa!
Yeah. And how come
I'm
when they say whatever they want to say, do you know, come and tell you something, you want to Google something, it's illegal to have a DNA test in Israel. Do you know that? Google it for me, bro, Mr. Google.
I'm right here. I'm on ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT. Let's go. Is it illegal to get a DNA test in Israel? Kwanyita na ore? The power of knowledge. Knowledge will set you free. Knowledge is powerful. And that's why I always keep on saying, you know what? I have respect for every human being.
100%. 100%. And by the way, guys, so everyone knows in my life, all my gifts go to charity. You'll know this. Every week I put up where it's going to.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. And I want you guys to be proactive. This conversation has attracted a new audience here. I see people that have not, people taking part, people who are coming here and just dropping facts, and they're like, whoa. Okay, can I now answer your question for the audience, because you asked me that question, right?
Of course.
It is actually in part due to fear that such information may upend marriages and maternal lineages, that in 2000, the Israeli government passed the Genetic Information Law, which makes it effectively illegal to use a DTC genetic testing kit in Israel.
You know why? You know why? You want to know why, guys? You want to get shockingly why? Because 90% of the people that live in Israel, the Israeli Jews, the Zionist Jews are not from Israel. If they to check their blood, they're from American, they're from British, they're from this. If they get caught, what's going to happen? Give me a DNA test. Oh, but you're British. Why are you living? No. Because they're not Jews. They are Zionists. Zionists don't come only. There's Muslims that are Zionists. There's Jews that are Zionists. There's Christians that are Zionists. You have to understand the culture to talk. You understand? That's why they say, don't touch the cup. Don't touch the cup if you want to feel if it's hot. Take a sip and you'll understand the taste. Yeah.
And by the way, it even gets deeper, guys. This conversation, I wasn't, that's why I always tell people here, magic happens when I switch on this camera.
Yeah.
When I came up here, I didn't know that I'm gonna meet Zach.
Of course not.
I didn't know that we're gonna have this conversation. But there are certain things that happen in life which are divined because we all believe in a higher power. God connects us in mysterious ways. And look, this is a conversation between a Christian and a Muslim.
Me, bro. I use that saying 022.
But listen, there's another country that strictly prohibits the use of DTC. And that is France. So we have France and Israel are two countries that do not allow DNA testing. Yeah.
Come and tell you another thing. You want to get shocked? You guys want some shocking information? Did you know that most of the Americans that live in Israel are actually on the sex offender list in America? How's that Google search, bro? Huh?
My Google is on fire today. My ChatGPT is on flames today.
Most of the people that come from America, they come into Israel from America, are actually they have sex offender, they're on a list. They are pedophiles. They can't live in America because they are vile to that society. So they come to Israel because you can do whatever you want to do as long as you are a Zionist Jew. It's 100, no problem. No problem. Come as you are.
You know, as we are having this conversation right now, my brother Zach, as we are having this conversation, and everyone who's watching, whatever you are, because we have people watching from America, Europe, Middle East, whatever, Africa, whatever you are, as we are having this conversation, the ground invasion in Gaza has intensified, and as what I'm seeing here, there are updates about hospitals being bombarded, more civilian casualties, as we are having this conversation right now.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. It's not true. It's not true.
What do you think about this whole? I was watching that before I started this show. Netanyahu gave a very scary speech interview.
Yeah,
to an extent, actually, where
I saw that interview also.
Oh, hold up! I think I lost you, Zach. Give me 1 second. And I want you guys, as I'm going to keep on talking because I know you can hear me. He actually, in his speech, he actually paraphrased the book of Isaiah 60. Where are my Christian people here? And I'm gonna give you this homework. He paraphrased Isaiah 60 in that speech. It's a spooky conversation. And actually, if you read Isaiah 60, it goes on and talks about the Gentiles and everything about the Gentiles. Then it actually even mentions Lebanon in the book of Isaiah 60. That conversation is there. So, and now the American media, they're out here just going crazy with that, whatever speech he gave. But anyway, back to our conversation, King. That's the DNA thing, the legal status of DNA testing in Israel is kind of like, is spooky as well.
So I want to ask you a question, right? How come, they talk about all the terrorist organizations that the Muslims are running in Nigeria and in Congo and all these countries, right? And you never see
Yeah.
videos of it. Never
Niger.
ever see videos of it, right?
Yeah.
And how come I tell you something, you get a shock of your life, right? UNICEF, UNICEF, the number one people that are there to help the people in Africa. The CEO of UNICEF has shares in one of the biggest companies that deals with weapons. All right. How come that the UN is always the silent, when I say silent, it's like
Passive.
no,
They're
it's
like,
not even passive. When you take a laxative, there's no pain, but you're gonna get shit. Do you
that's right.
understand?
Got you.
So
That's
they are
right.
the laxative of the EU, where the EU can't go and kill people. They go and kill people. That's what they do with diseases, with trust me, guys, you think war is only guns? Do you think war,
No.
how shell do you have to be to understand it? You think war is
No.
guns and tanks only? There's
I mean, it's
diseases.
like, it's like, it's like the prophet. It's like this one statement which you said at the beginning when you say in Africa they offer Africa aid but they planted AIDS in Africa. And for those who know the history and that these are PowerPoints that I have to actually endorse. We know why. We know the whole idea of having AIDS in Africa. We have the whole idea of depopulation. We have, all these aspects are very, very carefully planned and very well executed.
100%. We don't make up facts, bro.
Sally,
We don't make up things. We talk.
Sally,
We talk about reality.
facts are fact. That's right. Facts are fact. Like if there's one thing you cannot dispute a fact, regardless of how painful it is. It's a fact.
100%, bro. 100%. Here's another fact to all our African brothers. Another crazy fact. This is gonna hurt us a little bit, right? A little bit, but it has to hurt. See, when you go for an injection, it pains for that second. But without that pain, sometimes you can't get better. Do you understand? So take this as an injection of truth. As they say, hurt me with the truth. You rather hurt me with the truth than smother me with the lies. So let it hurt me with the truth.
Oh yes,
How
I'll kill you
come?
with the lies. That's right.
Killing them, right? So how come every single, and this is why I target a lot, and even if it's Muslim, Christian, but now I see it's happening a lot to the Christians, and that's why I speak against it.
Yes.
How come the pastors are the richest people in the delegations? How come?
Oh, now
And
this,
Jesus,
Zach, now you've opened another can of worms. And listen again, this is a conversation. This is a conversation between an African Christian and an African Muslim brothers. Thank you, King. Thank you, King. Zach, all the way from South Africa. Durban is in the building. We're
yeah,
having this conversation. And guys who are here, man, I'm going to keep around this. We're going to keep running this. Today we're having the Match podcast. I got Zach out here, and you guys are going to take notes. Go back to the pastor's conversation, because that's now going to be very interesting.
so
Why are
so
they
when
the
Jesus,
richest?
the lepers, the blind, brought people back from dead, healed the bird, walked on water, turned water into wine, as everyone likes to talk about all these miracles. Every single miracle he did, he said, it is not I that did it, it was through the power of my Father. Right? But he never go around and said, hey, I'm going to bring your uncle back to life, but you must give me $50, or 50 gold coins. Huh? He's like, oh,
Facts.
hold on. Are you
Facts.
blind? I will cure you. I've got 3 packages. Cure 1, where you can see half.
Facts.
Cure 2, when you
Facts.
need glasses. And cure 3, when
Facts.
you're fully cured,
That's right.
Huh?
This is gonna get crazy. This is gonna get crazy.
Right?
I mean, it's,
Now,
yeah, actually, yeah.
now what's happening is I'm watching pastors and they saying they can talk to the dead. True. Yes or no? God is calling me. God spoke to me yesterday when God himself said, I speak to no one. I speak to no one other than a prophet. And that's why they said, I am a prophet. But God even said that when I send the prophet, he comes down as what? As a person of only God, not for his worldly life. Hold on here. Are you saying that the prophet in your church, in the eyes of God, is the same as Abraham? No. Is the same as Noah? No. Is the same as Joseph? No. So what are you truly following? Are you following God, or are you following the root of all evil, which God said is money? And the pastor says you will get anointed by money. Nothing else. Nothing else. Correct. God says in the Bible, the first people to enter the kingdom of heaven will be the poor. Yes or no? Yes, that is true. That is true. So, if you are truly a man of God, you will be poor, because God even said that this world is nothing in the eyes of God. It is the year after, heaven. That is the kingdom of heaven, not this world. Whether you drive a Rolls Royce or a Toyota, you're still going to die. You think God is going to bless you with things? You think God is going to bless you with things that's going to make you a more hated person? That's going to make you a person that doesn't want to help humanity and the society? No, of course not. Of course not. And how come?
Sally, Zach is explaining the point of, and we talk about this all the time. Like is you go to this church. Let me talk to my folks in Kenya, like the Kanyari church, right? Used to go to his church, right? Everybody in the church is poor. They're walking with no shoes. They got torn clothes and everything. But the guy is has like six Mercedes, BMWs, and security and all that stuff. But he's within that community. That's a point that Zach is driving home. Go ahead.
Yeah. So remember something, guys. Whether you're a Muslim, Christian, Hindu, whatever religion you are in, this is a funny thought, and this happened in reality to my own father, right? My father was working for a German company many years ago, but it was about 1994, 1990. So around 1995, he went for his pilgrimage to Mecca.
Mecca, that's right.
When he came back, he stopped wearing suits. He grew his beard and he started wearing the kurta, as many people know, or the long garments. And he was going to work. On the first day, the boss told him, a Christian boss told him, we can't allow you to dress like this. It's not right. We have to dress with suits and we have to be clean shaven, and that's what we need to do. This is the corporate environment,
Yeah.
Father looked at him and he said, see that picture that you pray to or you say is your God. Does he look more like me or you? And this guy was like, hold on here, bro. You hit me with a U-turn. This man, who I say is my Jesus Christ, he's got the beard like my Jesus Christ. He's wearing the white robe like my Jesus Christ, and I got something against him. Right? Now, that's where you have to understand what we call, what I say. It's called the brainwashed society, where Jesus Christ was white, where Jesus Christ has blue eyes, where Jesus Christ has long hair. But the Bible doesn't say anything about that. Nothing. Do you understand? Because Jesus Christ, as we know, came from Bethlehem. And if you look at the Arabs, or we call them Arabs because Bethlehem is part of the Arabian Peninsula.
Facts.
They're not white. They're not fair. They have curly hair. I've never seen an Arab with straight hair unless they bought a GHD because they got all the money from oil. But other than that, it's still curly hair. Right?
Facts.
So they want you to have in your house a picture of a white man and worship a white man. And then in your mind, when you look at a white man, you look at the eyes of Jesus. Hey, this guy looks like Jesus, man. This guy, yeah, he got the eyes, he got the color, he got the hair like Jesus. Huh? It's called psychological warfare. See, when they own your mind, they own everything.
The thing is why I love this conversation. There's one thing I tell people here, Zach. I was born in Africa, grew up in Europe, and now I'm in America. So I've seen the world. I've traveled. I've seen the world, and I'm the one person that sits down and will listen to everybody. Because you know what life taught me? You can learn something from everybody. You can be a Christian and learn something from an atheist.
Yes, 100%.
Who am I talking to here? Let me break this thing down here for you for a second. You can be out here saying you believe in God, but you can have a conversation with an atheist, someone who has never went to church, never read the Bible, and if you listen, that person can teach you something. Who am I talking to? Number two, unfortunately, as Christians, we are the super duper professors. We got PhDs in something called judgment.
Yeah.
You know what that means? You know what that means? Hey, now, listen. Not because I was quiet, it's because I was listening. I'm a good listener. But let me give it, vote with him. Let me give it back to you.
Take it on.
Let me give it back to you.
100%.
We are so quick to judge because we all Christians, we all act like we are holier than thou. Okay, the guy walks in with, I'm gonna give you a stupid example, Zach. The guy walks in with a beard, no. Anything he says, I'm ain't gonna listen. He's Muslim, no, I'm not gonna listen to it. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you this: in this God-given life, you can learn every day. You can learn something from someone that you look down upon. You can look, don't act like you're holier than thou. Take some time and be like, you know what, I'm gonna listen. Like now, the way this conversation started, Zach, it's a fact. It started with the whole Gaza situation. That's how we started, and we're gonna keep on talking about it. I'm sure there's someone here who never even knew about the history. The fact that Bethlehem, where Christ was born, is a Palestinian territory where there is war happening right now. I mean, who am I talking to, bro? Oh, you're gonna act like you're stupid now? Like, oh, now you don't know what's going on now. Oh, you're gonna go and have a cup of coffee? Come back and then we can. Listen, you're gonna go and have a cup of coffee? Please get pumpkin spice latte. It's gonna straighten your thinking. I've enjoyed this conversation. Listen, I've had Zach say I'm Muslim, but guess what? Zach is talking, he's speaking, giving us Christian teachings as a Muslim.
100%. Listen, in my religion, Amantu. I'm going to say this in Arabic so you understand it. Amantu billahi wa malaikatihi. I believe in the angels. Wa kutubihi, and the books of God. That means if I don't, as a Muslim, believe in the 4 books of God, like the Christians, believe in 3 because they don't believe in the Quran. So let's say 3 because you'll believe in the Torah, right? That the Torah is a good book of God.
The Torah, yeah.
The Bible, the Injil. Right? So we believe that there's books of God. Now, that's the difference. The difference is that, did you know that in the Quran, there's a whole chapter called the chapter on Mary? Shocking. Shocking, right? That in the Bible, after Paul, the bounty hunter, came with his words, he never speak once about Mary. Right? But there's a whole chapter about Mary. In the Quran. And what does God say about Mary? Would you Christians like to hear what the Quran says about Jesus? Maybe you need to hear it from and understand why we love Jesus as well as you love Jesus. Actually, we love Jesus also. Many people think, oh, these Muslims, they don't like Jesus, they got something against us. No, brother, we love Jesus with all our hearts. And like you believe Jesus is coming back, we also believe Jesus is coming back. The only place where we change, there's only one difference in the story. One difference. And the difference is, and I can't say Son of God or whatever, because there are some Christians that believe Jesus is Son of God, and there are some Christians that believe Jesus was not the Son of God. You understand? So I don't want to go too deep into that there, because there's a lot of branches in Christianity as well. But every single Christian believes that Jesus died on a cross. That's one thing without doubt. Right? Every single Christian believes that Jesus died on a cross. And the only difference between that and us is we believe that Jesus never died on the cross. We believe that the Jews got Jesus. And God says in the Quran, God says, did you think that I'm going to take my beloved Isa, we call him Isa, you know, in a Muslim.
Yeah, yeah.
And shame him for the whole world to see? Of course not. Do they not know that we swapped the bodies? We swapped the bodies. If you go in the Bible, they'll say, the person that ratted out Jesus and his location, he was not found, am I right? Where was he?
That's a fact.
Right? Where was
That's
he?
a
How come
fact.
he just went missing?
That's a
God
fact,
says
by the
in the
way.
Quran,
I know that. No, that's but keep on talking.
God says in the Quran, because of your illicit thoughts of what you did to my prophet Isa, we put him on the cross. And then God rose Jesus up to the heavens, and God will send him back down to fight the final war against the Antichrist. And let me tell you all something, Mr. Christians that want to take part of the Zionists. What does God say about the Antichrist? Where will the final battle happen in the Bible? Did you all know this? Will it not happen in Palestine? And will it not be that the Jews will believe that the Antichrist is actually the second coming or the real coming of Jesus? Is it not in your Bible? Because remember, the Jews believe that what? Jews believe that the Jesus that came down that me and you believe in was an imposter. So Jesus still has to come down. And if you go to Israel and search a certain grave, there's a grave that they built with a, don't trust me, Google it please, where they believe that the Antichrist or day Jesus will come and bring up the dead. Well, didn't God talk about Jesus will not come back with his powers? Jesus is not going to come bring back the dead. He's coming to fight. The only person that's going to come bring up the dead and do all these miracles is the Antichrist, and people, and he'll say that I am God. I will bring up the dead and I will do this and I will do that there. The Antichrist. Yes or no? But it'll all be an illusion. It'll be an illusion and people will then follow him for his miracles. Yes or no? Yes, it's in the Bible. So you have to understand, when I'm talking, I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about what's in your own Bible, what's in your own Quran, about the Antichrist and where the final battle is going to happen and all of this here. It's in your own Bible. So when you start taking sides, understand, are you on your God side or are you on the side of your colonizers, as they say? You understand? How much do you love your colonizer or how much you love your God?
I'm gonna actually also invoke something else while we are continuing with this very interesting conversation and this very interesting debate. On Saturday, there was a huge demonstration at the New York train station. They paralyzed operations at the New York train station. And for those of you guys, if you're here in the US, you saw what happened. This is a group that calls themselves the Jewish Voices. So these were Jewish voices, which means these are Jewish Americans in America who actually marched to the train station in thousands. And guess what they were all chanting? They were chanting, Free Palestine. That's right.
And what did they do with them? They
arrested them. Facts.
And they were wearing black t-shirts with white writing.
That's right. They had black t-shirts with white writings, and actually, I've actually put the video out. If you can check out my other, I introduced you guys to my other TikTok. I'm gonna start introducing you to my other TikTok platforms that I've built that you guys never knew about, because I do the Vote TV online classes. I tell you, you should have, and you can build your own news agency, your own AI agency, your own news digital marketing agency. So I got this one platform, Zach, that nobody here knows about, that I built as a news agency. It's about to hit 1,000 followers now. The audience is the audience is completely different, and you can go and follow it. I put that video out there. Yes, thank you, Maggie. So it's true. Okay. You guys check
Come.
that.
You want to
So
get
this one.
you guys want to know the truth on Palestine? I'm going to show you something that no one knows. Someone from Palestine shared with me. Go to X, well, X Twitter X. I like to call it
Yeah,
X Twitter.
Twitter.
Go to
Yeah.
X. Go to X there
Yeah. Yeah.
and search everyone. I want you all to do this. Don't worry, leave my life because you'll need to know the truth. So my face is
here.
ugly now, but the truth is
I,
real. Trust me. Come
no,
on.
I can. No. I can do it.
You
I can do
search.
it for you. No
You
problem.
search, right? Search times of Gaza. Times of Gaza.
Okay. I'll do it
Want
for
to know
you
the
guys.
truth? You want to know the truth? And I want you to go through the videos and everything that's happening. The only truth of what's happening, straight
And
from a Palestinian.
and allow me to say that, of course, the best place to get unfiltered truth of what's happening is Twitter. Shout out to Elon Musk because it's a one platform where,
And Telegram.
yes, and of course Telegram. These are the platforms that right now are running. Okay, so I gotta say the videos that are actually here. Actually, I just put it up. The top video is showing Israeli airstrikes hitting a residential area, causing several casualties. And these are very, very graphic images. So of course, those, like now, for example, we cannot show them on TikTok. You cannot show them on
No,
YouTube or Facebook. Of course not. But yeah, go ahead, brother.
So then then what you need to do is say, listen, they say always watch where you're taking your information from, because sometimes you think you're drinking from a well, but all you're doing is you're drinking from a sewer, because both come from the same source. Understand? Anyway, so Sky, CNN, every single, I'll say 95% of all news agencies that you are watching, reverse search the news agency, reverse search the CEO, reverse search the owner, and I promise you they will all be Zionist Jews. Now, that's why a long time ago Martin Luther King said what? He said that they will make you feel, and that's what they did to us in Africa. They will make you feel that the same people that kill your kids, or kill your own kids for you, they did you a favor. That's how the media will make you feel. They'll ask someone in Palestine, your kids died, or imagine the lady is holding her dead kid in her hand and they're asking her, do you condemn Hamas? Hold on here, brah.
This is a very, very critical conversation. I'm telling you that it's true. It's true. I mean,
Yeah.
these are facts. We are watching. These are facts.
100%.
You know, when it's fact, it's fact.
Did you know, from the 7th of October till now, Israel has killed more than 4,000 kids under the age of 5.
Absolutely, that's a fact.
Right? Did you know?
I've been studying this war. That's
You've
true.
been studying it, right? Did you know Israel bombed the oldest church in Gaza?
Absolutely, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Did you know over 3,000, no, sorry, not 3,000, say about 1,200 Christians died in Gaza by the Israeli strikes?
Facts.
All right? Now, what Netanyahu does is he's very clever. You must understand. It's like a narcissist. They say a narcissist that will fuck you up. I don't swear normally, but I'm going to say this.
And make you
up, and in the end,
but put the blame on you and make you say that you're the beggar.
100%. And he knows that he needs to run social media. And if he has the Christians on his side and the Jews on his side, then he creates a bigger division. That's all he needs. He just needs acceptance from the people of genocide. Remember, did not Hitler have his followers? Yes. Yeah.
Not even some.
Millions.
We know how they went. We know how they
100%.
went. Yes.
100%. How
Yes.
come? And you know what's the funniest thing about this, right? Is They say every time they find a serial